The only reason we're going to be playing this game today is because they steal assets from other games to use as their own marketing material for promotions. We'll get into that later, but first, welcome back to Worst Gacha Ever, a series where we cover new gacha releases to see how good or bad the game is, so you don't have to waste your time. We go over gameplay, combat, graphics, UI animations, the shop, the gacha, and the rates, because that's the most important part of the gacha. Then we go over the community behind the game and the company that releases it to see how good or bad they are as well. And then finally, my final thoughts. Today, we're playing Yggdrasil 2 Awakening. Before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help me grow the channel, and let's get into the video. Let's start first with combat and gameplay, which should be the main focus of any game, but sadly it's not always the case. Now this game plays like Eversoul if you've played similar games. Eversoul, Neural Cloud. It's 3D chibi art where you just select where your characters are going to be and then they will fight automatically without you having to do anything. You can click on the skills or they can do that automatically if you wish as well. The only thing that you can change, if you click, you will be able to rearrange your units. So pretty standard stuff for an idle game. You click on begin battle. If you hear that there's like little sounds, no music, and look at the ultimate. Now sound effects, it's not because it's bugged, it's because there are none. This game, it's a low budget cash grab. That's in my opinion, because they steal things from other games, then they don't put any effort into their own IP, because this is the second game and they're working on a third one. And then there's just overall a sense of low quality to this. So again, it's not bad, the animations are not bad, the models are not that bad, even though there's a lot of issues that we'll get later when we get into the animations and graphics department. Having no sound feedback is just super awful in my opinion. So that's the gameplay part. Something I also don't like is that your units will not level up while you play. You need to spend resources to do that. There is no passive experience income or whatever you want to call that, right? That's the main campaign. Obviously, you will have all the game modes that are expected on this type of game. If you go to the Rift, you will have all the modes expected, like for example a tower where you can keep climbing for different factions, and the normal tower, get resources. You have the labyrinth, which is also a staple on this type of games. You will have the dimensional warp, which is the exploration game mode, and finally PvP. All the game modes are exactly the same. In some you will have to click a couple more things or explore a little area, but overall the combat never changes. Now I'm going to be starting with a couple decent things or good things, whatever you want to say, and then we'll go over all the bad stuff. Now first thing is you get plenty of resources and premium currency just by playing. You will get a lot of units. So for example, you go to character, you'll see you have plenty of units without spending anything and just playing for 3 days or 2 days, I believe, which is more than anyone will probably play this. Now there is a couple characters that I will not show because they are naked. They are using some really shoddy practices in order to bypass what Google can approve or not. For example, Mimiko here, it's basically showing her boobs. And then we have one character, which is here, this one, Ash. She doesn't have any underwear and she has a transparent skirt. Not going to show it because I don't want to get demonetized. But yes, there's also a VIP system in place for this game. I really don't like this type of things, but to each their own, like always. And honestly, gameplay-wise and combat-wise, this is what you'll get. You will get different game modes, but the combat is always going to be the same. You arrange your 5 units and they fight automatically, which is not bad if you want to have a side game, but when it's a company doing all these shoddy practices, then we get a little bit into shoddy territory. So all that said, let's move into the next section, which is probably the most important one for everyone that wants to play a gacha, the rates and the gacha pool. So rarities, gachas and pool. Let's start with rarities. As you can see, we will have blue units, which are N, then we'll have SR units, which are purple, we will have SSR units, which are orange, and then we'll have UR units, which have the same color as the SSR ones, which is a little bit weird, but whatever. Let's go actually to the recruitment pool so you can see the screen. There's always going to be 3 banners: a normal banner, the rate up unit, then you will have the specific recruitment banners, which are for different classes, so the Muman, Augmenter, Psychics, and Pioneers, and then you have the support banner, which is just to recruit with your friends coins, right? I like this girl, I don't know who she is. So that said, what about rarities, what about PT and all that? 150 pulls will get you to PT. I'm not sure if it will carry on between banners or not. You will also be getting some small rewards while you do some pulls, as you can see here, when you do 30. I think it goes 10 by 10, I'm not sure. In terms of percentages and what you can get, as you can see, blue units have a 46%, SR units have a 41%, and then the most shitty part, SSR and UR have a 13%. Now, there is absolutely no chance UR units have the same percentage as SSRs, but they are not saying what's your chance when getting an SSR to convert to an UR unit. So once again, shoddy practices. Obviously, these rates are higher than most other games of this type because they want to get as much money as possible and make the next shitty game. Let's do a couple pulls so you can see the animation and what you can get. Yeah, we have, I think, 4 or 5 multis. Let's do this because I will not play this afterwards. So you can connect runes. Something I don't like, maybe you've been hearing this constantly, but the music never changes. It doesn't matter where you are. The music playing is always the same. You connect runes, there is no sound when they connect, and then the door opens, and obviously we got SSR. You have a guaranteed SSR every time you do a temple. So let's see who we got. Okay, we got the robot girl. Oh, we got the girl that I like. That's nice. Okay, let's do another one. Can I connect just 2 runes? Yes, perfect. And once again, because it's guaranteed, you get 1. Can you skip? Yes, you can skip. So we got Lily, and now we got 2 SSRs. One that I already have, and then the other one, which is a new one. Can we do one more temple? Yeah, we can do a couple more. Let's do skip. Let's do, yes, skip. So we got a Davies. He looks cool. There's a couple of husbandos in the game. Not a lot of husbandos, but there's a couple. Let's do one more. Skip, skip. We got the reward for that. And we got this girl. Oh, it's an SR. We didn't get any SR. I thought that it was guaranteed every 10 pulls. Oh yeah, Weston. He looked pretty good. I like him. And we can do 1 or 2 more with some lag. So we got Davies once again. Oh, we don't have enough. You cannot use the 8 pulls you have to do a 10 pull. You either do 1 by 1 or you can't. I'm not going to be going there. And I don't really care about this. So that's basically how you pull the animations and the characters. All that said about the gacha, let's move into the worst part of this game, the shop. Well, on this game and any gacha game probably. Okay, so let's go into the shop and I can show you everything that there is here. So if you click more, you will be greeted with offers, obviously, constantly. So we have the normal offers where you can buy directly premium currency, not recommended on any game. Then you have the monthly cards. I've said this multiple times, but any game that has multiple monthly cards is a bad game. So as you can see, you can pay 15 bucks to get 400 daily diamonds and some resources, which is random. It's a random box. Well, you will get 2 boxes with random resources and more XP for your weapons and your equipment. A monthly card that costs you the same as a subscription to WoW or Final Fantasy, it's a joke. Packs, you will have a daily free pack, obviously, and then some paid ones, which is like, oh, this is not so expensive. It's nice, right? Then you go to the big weekly ones, and it starts in 9, then you go to 30, 40, 100, and then you go here, oh, it's $1 again, and then 100, once again, 100, and then 15, 20 bucks. This game is not worth it, 100 bucks. There are a few games where I will ever justify spending 100 bucks, and this is obviously not one of them. And then there is the massive rebate, which is the more you spend, the more resources you will get. There is 3 of them, and they are separate. If you buy rebate, that's not the same as the premium rebate or the same as climbing. They are 3 different, and each cost 20 bucks, meaning 60 bucks for 3 rebates in game. Nothing to add in the shop here, which once again, it's bullshit. Now let's go to something really fun, which is the battle pass. There is 2 different battle passes, the hero plan and the Vanguard Exploration. Both are obviously different in price. So you will get 13 bucks one and will give you some rewards, basically pulls mostly, and then the Vanguard Exploration will get you pieces to summon SSR units and diamonds. Each one of them is 13 bucks and both are different, and then you can spend your diamonds if you want to directly purchase levels in here, right? So you can go here and be like, oh, I want to spend the money, I want to spend it because I'm not going to be using these diamonds, right? So 2 battle passes, 1 monthly card, and packages ranging from $1 to $100. Like any gacha, a stupid price that you should never be paying, and anyone who justifies, oh, I just have money so it doesn't matter. Yeah, do you see anyone who has money justifying going to a casino and gambling? No, right? Because even if they have money, they still have a fucking addiction to gambling, right? The same comes to these mobile games. There is no justification to be spending more than what a normal game, a AAA game, cost you on this. All that said about the shop, because I always ramble too much with this, let's move into the art, animations, and UI of the game. Now, you saw previously the animations, but I'm going to be running one more combat so you can refresh how they look, but they are not that bad. In fact, I will say, you know, compared to other idle games, they are decent. My problem comes that when you combine the animations with having absolutely no sound design in this game is one of the worst I've seen in a while, and I play a lot of shitty mobile games to cover in this channel, even even though I don't upload all of them. The interface itself, it's way too cluttered, which is obvious because that's one of the tactics they use in marketing in order for you to feel like, oh, there's a lot of things that I need to be doing, a lot of red dots, so there's a lot of things that I need to claim. This is good. Now, character-wise, on the art of the characters, I don't think they look bad. I don't think they look good either. For example, we can go to Davis here, look at his face. I will say this is just lower budget art, which is fine. Like, not everyone has $60 million to make a mobile game with really good looking assets like Nike. But for example, if you go to Lyra, you will see that her character covers the whole screen, right? And you cannot see her whole body. But now if we go, for example, to someone like Vivian, you can see her whole body mostly, and it's way different in a scale. But if we are in game, Vivian, it's way bigger than the other models. So why is she smaller here? Like, there is no consistency between the characters and how they are presented, which is just me nitpicking a little bit. But I also think it's important to mention. I also said this previously, I'm not going to show it, but Mimiko is showing boobs. And then we have Ash, which is showing just everything. You want to see it? Just download the game. Something funny, it's this game is rated for kids 10 and up. 10 years old, my friend. Nike, which is showing similar things, right? It's rated for teens, so I think it's 12 or 15. It's a joke. Google is a joke when it comes to ratings. Now, when it comes to the company and the community of the game, I'm going to say the community is not that bad. Actually, if you go to the Discord and to the Facebook page, people are going to be welcoming. Most communities and most game communities are usually welcoming, and they will help new players. I don't have any problem with the community of the game. My problem comes with the company itself. So let me show you, for example, can I close here? Yep. This is the website of the company. They are like, this are our games: Yggdrasil 2, Yggdrasil 1, the origin, and then they have one for Saint Seiya Idle RPG. I guess they got the licensing for that. They are working on Yggdrasil 3 now, when they just released Yggdrasil 2, which is quite funny in my opinion. If we go here to Yggdrasil 2 Awakening, the Google Play Store, you'll see that they are 10. Everyone 10 plus. This is what the game is rated, showing everything, complete nude girls. That's said about the company. Let me actually show you. Let me come here. Let's mute the game for a second and let me show you. This is Nike, the Nike mobile subreddit. This is where I found about the game.
What is it like to be hugged? Yggdrasil 2 Awakening.
Now, I don't know if whoever they paid stole this music or they just did that themselves, but that's the background music for Nike Goddess of Victory, which is a game you probably have heard, and I covered at one of my channels, so you probably know about it. Now, all that said about the community and the company, let's move into my final thoughts. And obviously, I will never judge anyone. If you want to go and play this game because you like it or because you want to see some naked girls, it's not my problem. Like, if you are happy with it and you are having fun, that's what matters, right? That's why you should be playing games, to have some fun. All that said, boys, this is it for the review for Yggdrasil 2 Awakening. If we have a gacha scale on 0 to 10 on how bad or good the game is, for me, this is barely a 2 or a 3. It could be way worse, but I don't think it even deserves more than that. So, all that said, I hope the video was useful. If so, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.